All You Need to Know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business. Good morning and thanks for listening in. This is the All You Need to Know podcast on Bloomberg Quint and I'm Alex Matthew. Today is the 6th of January. Active coronavirus cases in India continue to decline even as there is uncertainty about the vaccines that are currently in the reckoning for rollout. Around 2.3 lakh people are currently reported to have the disease. As many as 16,300 fresh cases were added in the 24 hours to 8 a.m. yesterday, which took the total tally to over 1.03 crore. There is an update on crude oil. I told you earlier this week that the OPEC Plus meeting was ongoing to decide on output curbs in February. Well, Saudi Arabia surprised the oil market with a large reduction in its planned output in February and March, carrying a greater burden of OPEC Plus cuts, while others hold steady or make small increases. The kingdom will make an extra cut of 1 million barrels a day, according to Saudi Energy Minister Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman. He said this on Tuesday. That more than offsets the combined 75,000 barrel a day increase that Russia and Kazakhstan will be allowed to make in each of those months. The rest of the group will hold output steady. Brent crude jumped to close to $53 to the barrel last night and was trading even higher at $53.75 to the barrel this morning. And Saudi Arabia was also in the news for apparently patching up ties with Qatar. Qatari Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani landed in Saudi Arabia yesterday to a warm embrace from host Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, just hours after the nations re-established travel ties and eased a long-standing regional dispute. In news back home, Bloomberg has reported that India's gold imports in 2020 slumped to the lowest in more than a decade on account of disruptions caused by the coronavirus pandemic. Higher prices are also seen to have kept buyers on the sidelines. Overseas purchases fell to 275.5 tons last year, according to the Bloomberg report, which quoted an unnamed source, though imports in December did rise by 18% from a year ago to 55.4 tons. In regulatory news, the Reserve Bank of India has said that legal entity identifiers will be mandatory for all fund transfers worth 50 crore rupees and above. The LEI is a 20-digit number used to uniquely identify parties involved in financial transactions the world over. The rule comes into force starting the 1st of April. In corporate news, the Punjab and Haryana High Court has agreed to hear a petition by Reliance Jio Infocomm regarding damages to the company's telecom towers. The bench of Justice Sudhir Mittal issued a notice to the central and Punjab governments seeking their response on the petition. In this writ petition, Jio told the High Court that more than 1,500 telecom towers of the company in Punjab were either damaged or left inoperative by miscreants in the last few weeks, and as a result, its mobile network has been left crippled. In international equity markets, US stocks ended higher. The Nasdaq outperformed, gaining nearly 1%, and two of the three early risers in the Asia-Pacific region have started the day muted. The Nikkei 225 was trading flat last I checked. And with that, it's over to Hormuz Fatakia for the trade setup for the day in India. Morning, Hormuz. How are we looking today?
Good morning to you, Alex, and to those tuning in as well. When I spoke to you yesterday morning, I mentioned that the SGX Nifty is indicating a gap down opening for Indian equities. But that so-called prophecy did not last long. The markets not only recovered from the day's low, but also ended at another record high. The Sensex gained for the 10th straight session, matching its streak in October last year, courtesy banking and IT majors. The Nifty Bank is now only 620 points away from its all-time high of 32,347, which it scaled on the 10th of January last year. Specific stocks then, and I start with business updates as usual. India's largest private sector lender, HDFC Bank, reported a 16% growth in overall advances for the October to December period, while deposits grew 19% year on year. Advances rose 4%, while deposits rose 3% as compared to the previous quarter. CASA ratio stood at 43% as compared to 41.5% in the previous quarter. The lender also purchased loans worth over 7,000 crore rupees through the home loan agreement with HDFC, as the latter mentioned in its business updates on Tuesday. Godrej Consumer Products expects to deliver its second straight quarter of close to low double-digit sales for its India business. It is attributing this projection to a higher than mid-single-digit volume growth. It is anticipating mid-teens growth for the soaps business as well as for the hair color business. For the household insecticides division, it is anticipating a high single-digit growth. The company anticipates a double-digit constant currency growth for its businesses in the US and the Middle East. Up next is BEML, which has bagged an order for supply of high mobility vehicles from the Ministry of Defence. The order is valued at close to 758 crore rupees. These vehicles will be manufactured at the company's Palakkad unit in Kerala and will be delivered to the Indian Army over a period of 1 year. What will also be in focus today is Tata Motors. The Society of Motor Manufacturers and Traders said that new car registrations in the UK fell 29% last year to the lowest level since 1992. SMMT also said that the ongoing lockdowns will be a drag on the impending recovery in 2021 as well. CEO Mike Hawes said that he expects registrations to remain below 2 million in 2021 and that the group will issue an official forecast soon. ACC has commissioned a new cement production facility at its existing grinding unit at Sindri in Jharkhand. The new facility will add another 1.4 MTPA capacity to the Sindri unit in addition to the already existing capacity of 3 MTPA. Container Corporation is exploring the possibility of merging 3 of its subsidiary companies with itself. An e-tender has been floated for the engagement of an external management consultant to facilitate this proposed merger. ONGC will be holding a board meeting on the 11th of January to consider raising funds to the tune of 1,500 crore rupees through the allotment of 15,000 non-convertible debentures on a private placement basis. HDFC will also be issuing NCDs worth 2,000 crore rupees on the 7th of January on a private placement basis with an option to retain oversubscription of up to 3,000 crore rupees. The coupon rate for the same has been fixed at 6.83% per annum over a period of 10 years. The stock gained for the 4th straight day on Tuesday to end at a record high. Some buzzing stocks from Tuesday's session. Polycab ended at the highest level since February of last year with gains of 8%. The stock is now less than 4% away from its all-time high of 1,182 rupees per share, which it achieved on the 27th of February last year. Rail Vikas Nigam is the other one that ended with gains of close to 14% on Tuesday. The stock is also trading near its record high, closing at the highest since late January last year. And I spoke to you about Alkyl Amines yesterday as well. After 14% gains on Monday, the stock gained another 15% on Tuesday to end at another record high of over 5,100 rupees per share. Early ticks on the SGX Nifty show that the index was flat around the mark of 14,230. That's all from me today. More in our All You Need to Know copy on BloombergQuint.com. With that, I wish you a safe day ahead, and it's back to you, Alex.
Thanks, Hormuz. And as always, thank you all for listening in. That's all we have for you on this podcast, but as always, do check out the website BloombergQuint.com for a lot more over the course of the day. This is Alex Matthews signing off. Have a great day.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Pesa Vesa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.